Hey, what's going on, y'all? Jimmy Malcolm. It's time for yet another Stanley Kubrick film. This time it is Dr. Strangelove. We've seen The Killing, which I liked. We've seen The Shining, which I also liked. We've seen Full Metal Jacket, which I loved the first half. The first half of the movie is the greatest hour ever, maybe. And the second half is pretty good. And we're missing one. Oh, 2001, A Space Odyssey. That movie was interesting. Anyways, we're here to check out Dr. Strangelove. I know next to nothing about this outside of the fact that it's a Kubrick film, which means it's going to be gorgeous. And it's a dark comedy, I believe. So I'm ready to jump into it. If you are, that's what she said. Don't forget to press the like button for the algorithm and subscribe. Let's get to it. This is rather soothing. Slim Pickens? It's an all-time great name.
This is General Ripper speaking.
Yes, sir.
You recognize my voice, Mandrake?
I do, sir. Why do you ask?
Why do you think I ask?
Hey! It's my man from The Killing and Godfather.
Condition red, sir, yes. Very good idea. Keeps the men on their toes.
Group Captain, I'm afraid this is not an exercise.
Not an exercise, sir.
You heard that right.
Is it that bad, sir?
It looks like it's pretty hairy.
Yes, sir. Plan.
R for Roberts.
Now last, and possibly most important, I want all privately owned radios to be immediately impounded.
Yes, sir.
They might be used to issue instructions to saboteurs. As I previously arranged, Air Police will have lists of all owners, and I want every single one of them collected without exception.
All of his shots are constructed so gorgeously.
Equal to 16 times the total explosive force of all the bombs and shells used by all the armies in World War II.
Jesus. Absolutely. She kind of looks like Mary Tyler Moore, who I have a crush on. Don't judge me.
Major Kong, message from base confirmed.
Well, boys, I reckon this is it.
The fuck?
Heck, I reckon you wouldn't even be human beings if you didn't have some pretty strong personal feelings about nuclear combat.
One would imagine, yes.
Oh, yes, General Turgidson is here, but I'm afraid he can't come to the phone at the moment. Well, this is
It's
the
important.
secretary, Miss Scott.
Of course it is.
He says it can't wait.
Find out what he wants.
Freddie, the thing is, the general is in the powder room right now. Could you tell me what it's about?
No! Oh my god. Bunch of incompetence. Oh, he told her. That's hilarious.
Tell him to call, what's his name? Base Commander, Ripper. I have to think of everything on.
See, he says he's tried personally several times, but everything is dead. Even the normal phone lines are shut down.
First time we've seen this general, I already hate his fucking guts.
The Air Force never sleeps.
Buck, honey? I'm not sleepy either.
Oh, poor Buck.
Anyone or anything that approaches within 200 yards of the perimeter is to be fired upon.
Jesus.
Third, I would sooner accept a few casualties through accident than lose the entire base and its personnel through carelessness.
I see nothing go on display.
20 megaton nuclear device fused for airburst at 10,000 feet. 20 megaton nuclear device will be used if first malfunction.
Jesus.
I think those fellas in the Pentagon have given us some sort of exercise to test our readiness.
I love
That's
that.
I thought I issued instructions for all radios on this base to be impounded.
You did.
I thought to myself, our fellows hitting Russian radar cover in 20 minutes, dropping all that stuff, I'd better tell you, because if they do, it'll cause a bit of a sting, huh?
Oh, is he a piece of shit?
The officer exchange program does not give you any special prerogatives to question my orders.
The guy from The Killing. Godfather
Realize
guy.
that, sir, but I thought you'd be rather pleased to hear the news.
He's not. He's a Russian mole or whatever.
Please sit down and turn that thing off.
What about the plane, sir? Surely we must issue the recall code immediately.
Group Captain, the planes are not going to be recalled.
Whew.
If a Russian attack was not in progress, then your use of Plan R, in fact, your order to the entire wing.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Now, why don't you just take it easy, Group Captain? Please make me a drink of grain alcohol and rainwater and Help yourself to whatever you'd like.
You idiot, Mandrake. If you don't run out of that fucking office.
Upon my own authority, and bring back the wing. You'll excuse me, sir.
Yeah. Poor bastard.
Train signs, ask you for the key and the recall code. Have you got them handy, sir?
Got them handy.
Then I must insist, sir, that you give them to me.
There we go. Yeah, buddy.
And when they realize there is no possibility of recalling the wing, there will be only one course of action open. Total commitment. And the international communist conspiracy to sap and impurify all of our precious bodily fluids.
What? All right, so he's not a mole. He's just committed, we'll say.
General Jack Ripper, the commanding general of
Great
Wilkerson
name.
Air Force Base. The idea was for Plan R to be a sort of retaliatory safeguard. I admit the human element seems to have failed us here, but the
Yeah, a little bit.
preceded by the correct three-letter code group prefix.
You will be unable to recall the aircraft.
That's about silence. However, we are plowing through every possible three-letter combination of the code.
Oh my God.
It's going to take us about 2.5 days to transmit them all.
How soon did you say the planes would penetrate Russian radar cover?
25?
About 18 minutes from now.
Are you in contact with General...
And he said, yes, gentlemen, they are on their way in, and no one can bring them back.
That sounds ominous.
Otherwise, we will be totally destroyed by red retaliation.
I love that.
My boys will give you the best kind of start, 1,400 megatons worth. And you sure as hell won't stop them now.
A little chuckle.
We will prevail in peace and freedom from fear, and in true health through the purity and essence of our natural fluid. God bless you.
Ripper's a psychopath.
This man is obviously a psychotic.
Well, I'd like
What'd I
to
say?
judgment on a thing like that, sir, until all the facts are in.
What?
Well, I don't think it's quite fair to condemn a whole program because of a single slip-up, sir.
A single slip up is wild.
General Faceman.
You have enough gum there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Jesus.
Are there...
Well, look, baby, I can't talk to you now, but my president needs me. Of course, it isn't only physical. I deeply respect you as a human being. Listen, Shug, don't forget to say your prayers.
Yeah. Not now. His face.
We will suffer virtual annihilation. Now, Bob. If, on the other hand,
I hope he's meant to be funny because I find him hysterical.
distinguishable post-war environments. One where you got 20 million people killed, and the other where you got 150 million people killed.
You're talking about mass murder, General.
Damn. Bucky's a nut. I don't know if he's wrong, though.
But I do say no more than 10 to 20 million killed, top, depending on the breaks.
I will not go...
Mr. President, they have the ambassador waiting upstairs.
Oh, good. Any difficulty?
They say he's having a fit.
I know it's 30-something years after.
Can't be helped. Have
But
him
I
go down
get
his
George Costanza vibes. He's fucking perfect.
Sleeping pills, tranquilizer pills, 1 miniature combination Russian phrase book and Bible.
What?
Try BA-6543 Moscow.
Yes, sir.
You would never have found him through his office, Mr. President. Our premier is a man of the people, but he's also a man, if you follow my meaning.
Oh, sir. Really? What they want? They did not take that shit seriously at all. Jesus.
Listen, I can't hear too well. Do you suppose you could turn the music down just a little? Fine, I can hear you now, Dimitri.
What's with everybody in the gum?
Well then, as you say, we're both coming through fine. Good. Well, it's good that you're fine then, and I'm fine.
President stinks.
I agree with you. It's great to be fine. Well, he went a little funny in the head. You know, just a little funny. And, He went and did a silly thing to attack your country. Well, let me finish, Dimitri. Well, listen, how do you think I feel about it? We'd like to give your air staff a complete rundown on the targets, the flight plans, and the defensive systems of the plane.
Holy shit.
Yes, I mean,
what?
We're just gonna have to help you destroy them, Dimitri. I know they're our boys.
That is also horrifying.
All right, well, listen, now, I see. Just ask for Omsk information. All right, you're sorrier than I am. But I am sorry as well.
Uh-oh. I assume Dimitri's not giving him exactly good news.
The Doomsday Machine, what is that?
A device which will destroy all human and animal life on Earth.
All human and animal life?
What? What kind of supervillain-ass response is that?
You and I need fresh, pure water to replenish our precious bodily fluids. Are you beginning to understand?
Back to the bodily fluids.
Do you realize that fluoridation is the most monstrously conceived and dangerous communist plot we have ever had to face?
Absolutely. What? Terminator gun.
Our studies show that even the worst fallout is down to a safe level after 2 weeks.
You've obviously never heard of cobalt thorium G.
Well, what about it?
Is the Premier threatening to explode this if our planes carry out their attack?
The Doomsday Machine is designed to trigger itself automatically.
But surely...
I love that. What is going on?
Our source was the New York Times.
Dr. Strangelove, do we have anything like that in the works?
A moment,
Name drop.
please.
Mr. President, the technology required is easily within the means of even the smallest nuclear power.
Damn.
Gee, I wish we had one of them Doomsday Machines, don't you?
But this is fantastic,
What?
Strangelove. How can it be triggered automatically?
He asked again. Ironically, it looks just like Miller's Crossing, the big Tommy gun. Yes, I know this came out before. I feel like it's an Easter egg for Miller's Crossing.
I first became aware of it, Mandrake, during the physical act of love.
God.
Yes,
He's out of his fucking mind.
feeling of emptiness followed. Luckily, I was able to interpret these feelings correctly.
Clearly.
But I do deny them my essence.
Yes.
What is this movie even doing? I think I'm in love. Ironically, this is the right thing to do. There's other U.S. soldiers out there.
And I can swear to you, my boy, swear to you, that there's nothing wrong with my bodily fluids. Not a thing, Daddy. We'll fight them together, boy, like we did just now on the floor, eh? You with your gun, and me with the belt and the ammo, feeding you, Jack. Feed me, you said, and I was feeding you.
Man, Drake's doing his damnedest.
I happen to believe in a life after this one.
He's gonna kill himself. Oh my God.
I'll have to...
Now, supposing I play a little guessing game with you, Jack, boy. I'll try and guess what the code is.
Man, Drake is hilarious. Yeah. You know that was happening. Oh my God. What are we doing? It's so weird watching this after 2001, which is like shockingly ahead of its time, to this, which is not. At least not visually. What the fuck? Oh, I thought it was Ripper.
General Ripper went as mad as a bloody March hare and sent the whole wing to attack the Soviets. Don't you know that?
What are you talking about?
I'll tell you what I'm talking about.
Careful.
Blast shot away, I expect, by one of your men during this ridiculous fighting. Right.
All right, Charlie, I've been wasting too much time on you. I got a lot of wounded men outside. Start walking.
What does he think happened? Right, President wants to talk to Ripper. I remember that part. I assume that was the crew he sent in. That would be fine, even against Ripper's men.
The other way.
Where are you taking me?
The main gate.
Colonel!
Sir.
I think you're some kind of deviated prevert. I think General Ripper found out about your preversion and that you were organizing some kind of mutiny of preverts. Now move!
What?
Holy
shit. Preverts.
Okay, go ahead. Try and get the President of the United States on the phone.
That's such a ridiculous thing to say.
Is it possible to make this an ordinary trunk call? Well, what do you call it? You know, station to station.
I love this actor.
You have obstructed a telephone call to the President of the United States? Can you imagine? Shoot! That's what the bullets are for, you twit!
But if you don't get the President of the United States on that phone, you know what's going to happen to you?
What?
You're going to have to answer to the Coca-Cola Company.
Hey!
The recall code OPE is being acknowledged Roger by
oh shit!
Of the
It worked!
38 are reported destroyed by enemy action.
Jesus.
All other missions have acknowledged recall code.
What about our crew? The one that's almost got shut down.
Premier Kissoff's calling again, and he's hopping mad.
Jesus, now what?
It says, according to information forwarded by our air staffs, it's headed for the missile complex at Laputa.
Yeah.
Look, if this report is true and the plane manages to bomb the target, is this gonna set off the Doomsday Machine? Are you sure?
That's a yes.
Dimitri, there's no point in you getting hysterical at a moment like this. Dimitri, keep your feet on the ground when you're talking. Dimitri,
That's a great turn of phrase.
Put everything you've got into those two sectors and you can't miss.
Sir, if we continue to lose fuel at the present rate...
Is he not gonna make it?
Well, shoot. We ain't come this far just to dump this thing in the drink.
Oh my God.
What's the nearest target opportunity?
God damn it. That's hilarious.
Can't expect a bunch of ignorant peons to understand a machine like some of our boys. And that's not meant as an insult, Mr. Ambassador. I mean, you take your average Rusky, we all know how much guts he's got. Hell, look at all of them Nazis killed off, and they still wouldn't quit.
Can't you stick to the point, General? Yeah, but has he got a chance?
Has he got a chance? Hell,
That's such a dope. He may be an all-time lovable idiot.
Still negative function.
Great. Let's go home.
Drive cable must be
We can't go home.
Stay on the bomb run, boys. I'm going to get them doors open if it hair lifts everybody on Bear Creek.
Jesus. I heard the same song over and over again, and it's perfect. It's got a march, but it's got a light hardness to it.
PI acceleration factor set.
I was about to mention his deep voice. I totally forgot James Earl Jones was in this. Here we go. Open.
Hey, what about Major Kong?
What? Fair enough. What the fuck?
Greenhouses could maintain plant life. Animals could be bred and slaughtered.
So creepy.
Who goes down?
Well, that would not be necessary, Mr. President.
Why not, sir?
Could easily be accomplished with a computer.
Hmm.
Programmed to accept factors from youth, health, sexual fertility, intelligence, and a cross-section of necessary skills.
It's like eugenics.
With the proper breeding techniques and 10 females to each male, I would guess that they could then work their way back to the present gross national product.
National product is wild.
With a spirit of bold curiosity for the adventure ahead.
You mentioned the ratio of 10 women to...
Absolutely.
Supposing the Ruskies stashed away some big bomb, see, and we didn't. When they come out in 100 years, they could take over.
Love that.
On the alert. to prevent them from taking over other
Love that.
mousetrap space in order to breed more prodigiously than we do, thus knocking us out through superior numbers when we emerge. Mr. President, we must not allow a mine shaft gap.
Right back to the same predicament.
I have a
Eyes drive the dark clouds far away.
All right, that was Doctor Strangelove. Where to begin? That was really good. I actually enjoyed that movie quite a bit. I don't know where I'd rank it as far as Kubrick films. However, better than 2001. We can start there. But in all seriousness, I really enjoyed this movie. It's not a farce. It's what I'm looking for, satire. The beginning starts strangely earnest. We're with Ripper, and he's going through the protocols, and we all feel the seriousness of the situation. I think that the soldiers feel, and the Air Force feels, and et cetera, and then it kind of just spirals into ridiculousness as it's all laid out. The actor who played Mandrake, I'm going to assume that's Peter Sellers. He was splendid. I thoroughly enjoyed Mandrake. He felt so appropriately ridiculous. He conveyed all the right emotions. The timing is outrageously perfect. And I gotta be honest, I was so tickled by him that when we left him to go somewhere else, I was kind of bothered. Not so much the war room because Buck. Buck was probably my second favorite character. He was also splendid in the most ridiculous of ways. But we were on the airplane. It's fine for what it is. We need it because we gotta. The airplane is essentially the ticking clock. Without the airplane, nothing happens. But I was just, can we go back to Mandrake? Can we go back to Buck? Being ridiculous. I'm sorry, I was so tickled by almost everything that happened. I don't know how exactly to interpret the ending. I'm going to assume and watch all the bombs go off. That was the Doomsday Protocol. Murdering everybody. And Strangelove didn't get to implement his strangely familiar plan, except with far fewer people. Kind of started from scratch. It's like after the mass murder, where we would have started. I would have been involved. I don't think so. I don't think I would have been allowed to be in the bunker. I don't know what to make of his walking at the end. I'd suggest he was faking from the beginning, but I don't think that's the case because his arm is twitching. It's like he's like this movie, like the Manchurian Candidate almost. He just kind of came back to life. He's talking about Hitler and I did it and I'm healed and yeah, it's like we found his purpose. That's a really good movie. Anything I didn't like about it? No. I thought it all hit pretty much. The effects weren't great, but they're probably great for 64. You know what I mean? The only thing I'd be judging it against would be 2001, which it's just jarring to me. It's baffling how good those fucking effects are. Yeah, like I said, first time was fine. Anything else? I don't think so. What did you think? Post your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe.